Hi guys, it's me again. Yeah, third time video in a row where it's like I'm trying something new. Got got another thing on very me remote as I talk about episode 3. Yeah, so basically this episode on Disney Plus I couldn't exactly find. There wasn't exactly a kind of like title kind of thing. And well, it's like I had to wait till like the different version, like the thing like who plays a character, like voices the characters at the end to kind of like get it in like other languages to try and like figure it out. And yeah, turns out like find his path or something like that. And yeah, it's like you've probably seen me try those ones before. But yeah, it's like I'll be trying these ones today. White chocolate and raspberry popcorn bites. And I hope it doesn't piss off my lunch and all. Not lunch. Tea. And yeah. As I'm someone that does eat their tea. Generally speaking. So yeah, it's like kind of liked it and all that. As yeah. Yeah, I liked it and all that. It's like as it kind of went between two different places at once kind of thing. Like with some depth and all that. Like to where the Bad Batch is now. Yeah, it's like and that kind of looks interesting and all that. And yeah, it is kind of like pink as well. Pink and all that. For the raspberry and all that. And yeah, it's like there is like if you don't think there's something up with like going off like Force sensitive or whatever, like wondering what our enhancement is. Yeah, it's like where have you been? So, yeah. No, it's like the raspberry is more subtle than the white chocolate. Probably for obvious reasons kind of thing. Yeah, it's like Omega kind of pulls out like Crosshair's whatever Crosshair's thing was that she pulled out. And like they kind of like that then kind of transition like talking about him a little bit. And then they're kind of like saying like it wasn't his fault that he followed all like Order 66 and all that. And then it kind of just cuts to Crosshair and all that. And it's like, it's like he kind of looked a little moody. Is it like Rampart, like whatever, like I'm just gonna call him Admiral Rampart at this moment. She has a proposal of using like both clones and human recruits at the moment, as yeah, they were like a kind of like when they went to Onderon to try and find Saw Gerrera and all that. It's like yeah, you could see that there was some beef and all that between them. As yeah, it's like because he kind of knew like maybe they'd be taking over at some point. Before we shot here, like the one that said, like be careful and all that, because we'd be taking over soon at some point soon. And yeah, so like, and it's like he did also have a heart and all that. And yeah, he decided to not kill civilians and all that while Crosshair did. When like Crosshair literally shot him and all that, just to kind of like get like orders kind of thing. As like saying to Wrestling like, I'm in charge because I can follow orders kind of thing, like kill the civilians and all that. As he almost kind of like very kind of did like one thing more than like the Bad Batch initially did. Like as 2 episodes ago, like they didn't kill anyone, now they just wanted to kill the combatants and all and interrogate the civilians. And then yes, but like he kind of said like, yeah, they knew what they were getting into, like, as they don't know like how he died kind of thing. Right, that was Crosshair that shot him in the back because he wouldn't follow orders kind of thing. And yeah, it's like, and back to the rest of Clone Force 99. He was a little more. And so I think when he first crash landed and all that, so I can went out to try and fix the ship and all that. It just kind of reminds me of like episode 5 and all that, with like the Minox and all that, when they're on the asteroid, like Han and Leia and all that on the asteroid. And then yeah, it's like, well, instead of this time it was a dragon type thing. And yeah, it's like Omega's trying to find her place and all that in all of this. As yeah, it's like I can still kind of get like somewhat protective dad vibes off Hunter and all that. And they don't want to say no to her, but it's like try and do everything cautiously, trying to find everything, like trying to find like those boundaries and all that. But yeah, and yeah, it's like she was able to kind of like get the compressor or whatever it was back, and yeah, it's like, yeah, she was able to get it back, giving the dragon the torch, while she was able to kind of like get out of there with what they were trying to retrieve and all that. And yeah, it's like one last thing and all that before I go. It's like, sorry, it's a short one and all that. But yeah, it's like you starting to see kind of like the Kaminoans being like a little bit of to say like, yeah, I'm going to be soon be phasing out like all the clones and to like only having like human recruits and all that, and like having human recruits and all that being trained under clones and all that initially and all that. So yeah, it's like that's pretty much it and all that. And yeah, it's like tried that for the first time. It's like there's like jelly, like what looks like jelly beans and like bits of jelly beans and all that, and, like Smarties in it, and then there's like also popping candy and all. It's like, although with some of it, it's like, yeah, with some bits and all that, it's like, yeah, there isn't as much popping candy and all that in. So yeah, but it's like thumbs up. It's all thumbs up with me with me and chocolate and all that. So yeah. So yeah. That's this episode for you of Bad Batch. Yeah, see you next week.